what you can do in New Jersey. From birder, bleep bleep, to murder.
Welcome back to Sledgehammer Horror, guys. I am Ken Sledge.
And I'm Ashley Sledge.
And let's talk horror-ish. So today we're going to be doing our review on hashtag Shakespeare Shitstorm. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ken, this is not really a horror movie. But we are huge fans of Troma and Troma Entertainment, and they have always been horror adjacent. So this is a movie that Ashley and I really wanted to do a review on.
Yeah, so this is kind of spoiler-ish. We're not going to really go into any plot lines or storylines, but we are going to talk about scenes that we really liked. So
you want to get us started on that?
Absolutely. So the movie literally starts with a bang, and if you know, you know.
Right. We're not going to tell you that exactly what it is, but there is a bang to start this movie, and it is very, very integral to what happens throughout the rest of the movie. And this movie is very socially relevant, which is Troma's MO.
Yes.
They know how to make things socially relevant with a lot of social commentary and make you smile with how on the nose they are with a lot of what they're doing throughout their films.
Very unapologetically.
Yes, absolutely.
They're also very politically incorrect. So Troma was founded by Lloyd Kaufman and Michael Hertz almost 50 years ago next year, which is crazy.
Yes.
And still to this day, they are staying true to themselves. They are doing the same thing. They are staying the same, which, you know, that's awesome.
Whether you love or hate the social commentary that they do, you have to respect for 49 years. Next year is the 50th anniversary of Troma Entertainment. And thank you guys for all the amazing memories you've given us so far.
Yes.
They've always stayed true to who they were. No matter the changing of the times, no matter the changing of the guard, Troma Entertainment has always stayed true to who they were. And that's why they've made it this long. And that's why they're so special to the fans. Because they are unwavering in their comedy and in their horror and in their practical effects.
Yeah.
And this movie has some of the coolest practical effects and at times some of the shittiest practical effects.
But it works. They know what they're doing over there. They know what they're doing.
So again, what we cannot recommend enough that you guys check this movie out, but obviously it's called hashtag Shakespeare Shitstorm. So you're going to get some shitty practical effects throughout the movie.
Literally.
And it's amazing. There are many times where Ash and I were going, ooh, watching some of the practical effects throughout the film.
So also they talk a lot about the big farm and how it's corrupt. You know, like we said, it's very politically, you know.
On the nose with a lot of like the big pharma and what they care about.
Yes.
And it's something that was close to Ashley too, you know, and it's more about making money than saving people's lives.
Right.
So it was something that
we really picked up on all, you know, that and how it, you know, affects people in our lives.
Right. And that's what I love about Troma. They're willing to take things that are very, very important and put them in their films, but make them fucking hilarious.
Right.
And they did not fail with that. And another thing they didn't fail at are clips like this.
I got you! I win! I'm gonna win!
I'm telling you, when a movie can make me belly laugh like that, and in context, it's even funnier when you see why this happens. But it's moments like this that remind me why I fell in love with Troma at a young age, whether it was the Toxic Avenger, the Toxic Crusaders. I genuinely fell in love with Troma when I was a kid. And moments like this remind me, 50 years later, why they are still so awesome and why we're still such big fans.
Yeah, and the great incorporation of Shakespeare. You know, they have the different acts, like, you know, they do scene one, scene two, like you're watching a play. They have a bunch of different Shakespearean quotes, which, you know, if you know Shakespeare and you hear that, you're like, okay, we got...
It's brilliant how, like I said, Troma is just so smart in the way that they incorporate things. And you hear hashtag Shakespeare Shitstorm, you're like, okay,
like,
here we go.
This?
The intelligence behind a lot of what they do in this film, and this isn't me, you know, bragging them up, it's legit. Like, it reminds me of Futurama almost. The way that they could be the silliest things possible, but so goddamn genius in what they do, the writing and the thoughts that go behind it. You could look at a movie like this and go, oh, they threw this together in 10 minutes. The amount of thinking that goes into a film like this when you do it properly, the way that Troma has done this film, it works so well.
Absolutely.
And then you incorporate something like fish dicks.
Yeah.
Again, moments that really genuinely make me laugh. You get fish dicks, as well as some other animals.
Yeah, so you get some of the best animals in film history, honestly. You literally have to watch the film to believe it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It'll crack you up.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
So, on top of everything else we've talked about, amazing practical effects, amazing writing, they also have a great animation sequence in the middle of the film. And we're watching, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, they literally just do, like, this animation sequence right into the middle of the film, and it looks so good, and it works so well in the concept of the film. Sometimes you feel like people are just throwing things, and throwing things at the wall to see what sticks, what's going to work, what isn't. Everything, this shows the 50 years of knowledge they've gathered and what works and what doesn't. And this animation sequence is one that really does not feel out of place. It doesn't feel forced. It flows right along with the movie. And it was a scene that Ash and I both liked very much.
Absolutely. We also get a cameo from Ming Chen. If you've watched Comic Book Men, which we've been fans of for a long time, we were like, oh, all right, awesome.
Ashley and I, we are huge horror fans.
We are.
We are also huge comic book fans. Every time we see a comic book store, we got to go in and thumb through the long boxes. And...
Yeah, well, that's more his thing, but he pulled me into some of the comics.
But, seeing Ming Chen in here, it was like, oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
We are big fans of Comic Book Men. We're big fans of Kevin Smith and all the work that he does. So to see Ming have a little cameo in here, and Ming, you were pretty sexy, man.
Yeah.
You looked pretty good
Yeah, you
when
did,
you were in
buddy.
there. So, we had an awesome Ming Chen cameo to go along with it, as well as a great score.
Yes.
A lot of amazing original music. Some of it parody at points, but
again, it worked.
Exactly. There was never a point where I was like, this feels so awkward and out of place.
Right.
Whether it was the serious tones that they had or some of the comical over-the-top moments, the score worked so well throughout the course of the film.
Yeah, and as we talked about, the film, it's so funny. There's so many different, spots where I'm like, what are we watching? And it just makes you laugh. It's this like... It's so Troma, and I love it.
So over the top.
Yes.
And that's what I love. There's never a moment where I'm like, what are you doing, guys?
No.
That you know what you're getting into. Even
right off the rip, you know what you're getting into.
know that you're going in for an over-the-top movie that is just going to push the boundaries every chance it gets, and it works. And
it's going to make you laugh along the whole journey.
Exactly. And another cameo that really made me smile, my boy Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
I see them, and even Ashley, she goes, isn't that? I was like, how do you know who that is? Ron Jeremy is a guy that, even in Orgasmo, another movie that we're big fans of, and, a lot of the things that he's done, seeing Ron Jeremy was just another thing for me that took me back to being a kid and just being like, yes, that's my dude, Ron Jeremy. So we do want to talk a little bit. When you guys watch this movie, there are a lot of Easter eggs. So we're going to give you some of our favorite Easter eggs and see if you guys can point them out. So after you watch the film, come back, let us know in the comments if you found some of these Easter eggs. So I seen a Free Willy Easter egg.
The Shining.
There was a Shining Easter egg.
Absolutely, there was a Shining.
Titanic.
Sharknado.
Of course, there was a Sharknado. Toxie and Citizen Toxie. There was some Easter eggs for those.
Yep. Return to Nuke M High.
Yes. Toxic Avenger.
Of course.
Obviously, there was some Toxic Avenger Easter eggs in there.
Warriors.
Come out and play. There was a shunting reference made in the film.
Evil Dead.
And obviously, you can't have a Troma film without some Tromeo and Juliet references.
Yes.
So, #shitstorm. Like I said, Troma was founded in 1974. You were great to bring that point up. 49 years ago. Next year will be the 50th anniversary of Troma Entertainment and Troma Studios. And they're still pumping out movies that make me smile, make me laugh, give me genuine stomach aches. Lloyd, Michael, everybody involved over at Troma are the kindest, sweetest people, and they do this for us, the fans.
Yes.
So when you watch #Shakespeare Shitstorm, make sure you come back and you let us know if you caught all the Easter eggs that we just referenced.
Maybe you've seen more than we've seen. Tell us if you've seen different ones.
Exactly. If you've seen some ones that we didn't catch up on, let us know some of the Easter eggs that you've seen. And let us know what you think of some of the social commentary throughout the film. How much, not if, how much the film made you laugh. What was some of your favorite animals
Yes.
throughout the film?
I would love to discuss some of the animals.
Right. Now, one last thing we want to say, because we feel like we have to. We are mom and dad of the horror community. There is a lot, it's Troma. There's a lot of nudity, a lot of sexual acts. So if you are underage,
don't watch it with your children.
yeah, don't watch it with your kids. If you are a child, make sure you get your parents' permission before watching. We gotta say that stuff, but I can't recommend this film enough. We had a lot of fun with it.
We did.
So when it comes available, make sure you're checking out Shakespeare Shitstorm. Come back and let us know what you thought of this amazing film. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe and follow Sledgehammer Horror on social media. All our links are down in the description, as well as links for Troma, so you can check out their store and their website as well. So until next time, keep talking horror.
Stay who you are.
And we'll see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.